Hello, Chloe here from Border River Flowers. It is garden tour day. I am going to keep this one nice and short. Okay, so this here is the first succession of gladdies, which this is the last flower. Last one to flower, and then I'll just wait for them to die back and then dig that up to get the bulbs out of there. That bed is empty. This is dahlias here. Still not growing that fast, very slow. There was a few here I thought I killed that over in that bed over there with those dahlias. I thought I killed them by putting the wrong fertilizer on them. But I think that was one of them. Yep. I moved it. This was another one. See how it was all, and I've just trimmed all the dead stuff and it's shot back. And I thought this one was definitely a goner, and I put it over here. There was literally nothing left. I cut it off at the base here and it's shot back up from the base. So save those. Lesson learnt, don't use power feed on dahlias. They do not like it. And here, I think some of them got a bit of mite damage by the way that some of the leaves are acting at the moment. That one's just got the couple of days down that end. It's got a couple of the ornamental kale there, but it's too hot for them. They're not going to do anything. This bed here was the first succession of sunflowers, which are now gone. I've cut all them back. There's just a few zinnias there and a few here, which have pretty much been too short the whole time, so thinking I will just take them out now as well. These zinnias are direct sowed. They look quite good. The flowers, especially on the Queen series ones, are really pretty, but just still not getting stem length. Like, just not long enough to do anything with much. So it's a bit of a shame, because the flowers are beautiful. That's the orange. That one is the Queen Orange with lime, this one. And then this one is the Queen Red with lime. It's quite a variation in colours in this one actually. So there's that one there, and then that. And then a few of them have just turned out singles. And then we've got a Queen Red with lime. No, actually I think that was that one there. Now I'm confused. Now I am confused. Now I think that one's the Queen Red, I think. And then this one down here is the Queen Lime with blush. This one. Yep, and then Rebecca, I've been getting a few flowers off it, but for the most part, again, the stems are too short. A few here that are a bit longer. Status, some of them, they're flowering. Some of them have had long enough stems, but a lot of them have been too short, especially the pastel mix I'm finding have the shorter stems. These are the Cosmos. I gave the hard chop and didn't expect anything from them, and that's about what I've gotten. Like, they've sent up a few flowers which are pretty, but certainly not useful. The bees will enjoy them. This row here, right up here, is empty. I've got Achillea here. I picked quite a lot off this Achillea on Friday. Still a lot of it with too short stems. But like, there's a few up here that have got Nice long stems now. This is the favourite berries mix, this one. The carnations, they've been flowering, but like I pop them in a veggie here and there, but they're not much. Queen Anne's lace had one flush of flowers, wasn't doing anything, gave it a hard chop, knew it most likely wouldn't do anything, and it's not, so that's okay. I pulled up all the snapdragons as they were full of caterpillars and not doing anything. This is another section of zinnias here, and these ones are got a few bit longer stems, but still for the most part they're too short. So a few of the flowers though are massive. I think this is the salmon rose. It's all meant to be the same, but it's got quite a variation in colours and shapes and looks, and this is Queen Reb with lime here, and we have a bee enjoying this one. Basil, I've cut a bit off it, but it's fairly short still. I can cut it and use it in posies. This one's even shorter, the green one. The lemon one is not too bad. Oh, I touched it, now I can smell it. These, I trimmed this one back, took all the buds off it because it's still, all the stems were too short. And same with this one had has had three flowers on it, but it was too short, the stems were all too short. If all my dahlias were growing like this one, not sending up flowers and looked this healthy, I would be happy. I don't have no idea why this one's doing better. I put the power feed on all of these and it nearly killed those three. I moved over to there, but those ones seem to be doing fine. That there is an empty row, and this here, don't look at this row, because in there somewhere are chrysanthemums. No, I'm not lying, there are some poor chrysanthemums in here somewhere. They actually look healthy, they're just not growing very much and I can't blame them. So I've just got that one row plus about half here of the chrysanthemums to finish weeding. These first few rows here look pretty miserable. I'm going to give them the cut back to try and get them to flower. I'll give them a cut back and a fertilise. Try and get them to flower for Mother's Day. And then these are the rows that I got weeded and mulched. They look so much better. I'll probably cut these ones back from here across, and I'm almost thinking I'll leave these ones and just see, let them flower whenever they want to flower. These have grown better. It's not because these were weeded that they're growing better, they've grown better right from the start. So I don't know whether it's just the variety, but we staked these two rows here up yesterday, staked this row up, and these others probably won't need staking up until they get growing again over here, but the wind was breaking off so many of these that I just needed to get them staked up, and I would have preferred to use wooden stakes, but we didn't have any, so star pickets it is. That was a job I got done yesterday with my husband's help. He's been super busy, so I haven't gotten much help from him over the last little while, but it was good to get his help with that. This is the cut flower mix. Like I said, I was never going to weed that. The bed's way too wide, so I just thought I'd plant it and see what it did. And I've been harvesting, like if I didn't have this, I wouldn't have had many flowers to be harvesting really. Like I've harvested quite a lot of flowers off this. So it doesn't look like much, it looks a bit miserable, but orange seemed to be a lot of orange in here, and they seem to be doing the best. We also got hit with Rutherglen bug, which was not great. They mainly attacked these cosmos though. they just suck the sap out of a lot of them and then just kill them off so far down along the stem, and I had to trim them all up, so they have only just starting to take off a bit now. Plus I think they might be enjoying, it's cooled down a little bit, well, not really cooled down actually, been more of a stable temperature for the last few. I'm not sure why these ones on the edge here are way taller, because they'd be getting less water than the others. So I don't know why they're bigger and happier. Maybe they don't like the amount of water I'm giving them. They sure are beautiful. So that's them. That's the rest of the mix from that row. This is the next succession of gladdies here, which are just starting to send up their flower heads now. So that's good. What else did I miss in that row? We'll talk about it when I get back down there. This is the succession of sunflowers that are just finished, and like there's a couple that are still opening up. But these are mostly done. I've mostly picked all these. There's only a few still left in here. And then back over here is just a handful of the chocolate Queen Anne's lace, which survived. Nothing in there. The calendula were all flowering, but were just way too short, so I just gave them a hard chop and we'll just see what they do. I'm not sure how they'll respond to it. We'll see. Echinacea is just taking off now. I planted it and I thought I'd lost most of it, and it just sat there, and now it's all of a sudden growing, so that's good. Celosia, hope you've been able to hear me. I just had my hand over the speaker the whole time. Anyway, hopefully you have been able to hear me. This is the Celosia flamingo feather here. I took all the tips out of these a couple of weeks ago, so they've grown a fair bit since I took the tips out. Just starting to get some flower heads on those ones. This is the next succession of sunflowers here. I've already picked a few out of these ones, but these ones are down, and we've got a dip here, and where we've got the water plugged into the line down this end here is far from, for some reason it really leaks badly. So these are all quite little. They just didn't like the amount of water they were getting, which is a bit of a pest, but anyway. You would have seen this, mouse just ran out from under there. Seen quite a few mice down here living underneath the walkway mats. This is the row that was in the video I put up Saturday night of what we did for the week. This was one of the jobs I did, cut all the lisianthus back, hoping they will stop their flowering business until they get tall enough. So hopefully they'll send out a few. So that one got missed. Hey, how'd you get missed? So hopefully they will, I've fertilised them and everything, so hopefully they'll come back well for me. This is another row of lisianthus. I've started weeding these. I haven't finished the weeding here. Oh, I was hoping to finish it today, and now my son is not well, so that fixed that. Can't seem to get anything done the last couple of weeks. So I'll do the same with those. I just need to get it done before they put too much energy into those flowers they've got on. So there's a few in here, like if they were all growing like these ones, where they haven't got, if they are getting for like only just starting to get a bud, and they're taller than the ones down there, I probably would have left them, but they just won't work at that length. There's another little bit, small section here of lizzies. zinnias. I pinched these zinnias yesterday. These are some varieties I haven't grown before, so we'll see what they do. And then this is the next succession of sunflowers here. And then this row here is just a partial row. It has amaranthus. So I planted these. When did I plant these? Anyway, they were tiny. It was scorching hot. And I thought, if I can't grow amaranthus, I've got a problem. So these are growing so fast. You can nearly see them growing. They've grown incredible. Those ones aren't getting seeds. I think this is the coral fountain. And this one here is, I'm not even sure how you say it, but Oshberg. And they are just forming heads. And I was a bit worried they weren't going to be long enough, but they're growing so fast that even with their heads on there, they most of them will be long enough. Like there's some here that are on there. I'm not sure why, but all the ones on that side are much shorter than the ones on this side. I'm wondering if they like the morning sun. They don't particularly like the afternoon sun, so that's interesting. Here is the last succession of, or the last lot. I didn't really succession them. I just bought them here and there when I found them. When I couldn't help myself, needed more, essentially. Some dahlias, and these ones have only just popped up, but they seem to be growing quite a bit faster than any of the others I've had growing, so that's good. And that is just about it for what I've already had going on. That you've seen most of this before, but while we are here, so we've ploughed the rest of the paddock up and then rotary hoed one strip in here you can see right down along, right to the other end down there where the tractor is. And I've started planting successions of cut flowers in this side one. So I've planted in there, and then probably in a week's time I'll plant a few more. And then about a week after that I'll plant another succession. So I'm just looking, looks like something has walked down along. But there's nothing in this paddock. I don't know what that is. Anyway. And then this side here, we planted that with just your normal sunbird oilseed sunflowers all the way down. We're going to see what they come up like, because we were experimenting with our planter. We'll see what they come up like, and then we're going to succession probably 3 rows or 4. We'll probably do, yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure. We'll just keep doing strips. We're going to keep doing strips up along the paddock. Probably going to succession once a week, plant once a week until for another 5 weeks. So yeah, we'll succession that one out. Also, we'll plant every Sunday for the next 5 to 6 weeks. We're going to push our luck a little bit and see if we can still have sunflowers in here for Mother's Day. And we are going to start doing some new pick days on this here in autumn. So April, around start to mid-April. Thought I'd give you a bit of a look at our veggie garden. A lot of it's quite weedy as well. Nothing wrong with a few weeds, right? So these are our tomatoes. They seem to be producing like crazy. And these little yellow ones are just tomatoes. We've struggled with fruit fly stinging them and not getting much from them, but we seem to be sort of on top of that. currently. Seem to be getting a lot more often than we were at the beginning anyway. Some of the tomatoes haven't been staked up. And a yellow zucchini. More yellow tomatoes there. And then our vines are what I'm put a fair bit of effort into getting the vines going properly, so did a full setup for them. Yeah. So these ones here at the start are cucumbers. These are all cucumbers. And then watermelon. Yeah. Beans, climbing beans are all of a sudden going crazy. Lots of flowers and just starting to get some beans on them. More watermelon. We're not sure how they're going to go holding. This is a bit of an experiment with the bigger ones. And this is the moon and stars watermelon. It's pretty cool. Even the leaves are spotty. I'm not sure why this one. We had something nibble in them when they first started growing too. Luckily, it has decided to stop nibbling them. Pumpkins. Yeah. There's a few different types. And rock melon. There's a lot of rock melon in there. They're just really hard to see because they're the same colour. They blend in with the bush so well. So yeah. On this side I think the wind has... We had some wild wind the other day. It's broken some of these down off there. That's alright, that's not so bad. And I think this is the biggest watermelon. Yeah. And here at the bottom I planted some radish, some beetroot, the radish probably need picking. Oh, there's a cucumber. It's a prickly cucumber, that one. We've had a few off these ones up here, which are the shorter, fatter variety. Where are they? Oh, yeah, here. Oh, this one's a bit old. I must have missed him on the last pick. He's a bit old and yellow now. Yeah. They're so easy to miss. I don't want to come off either. I've got a container here. So I'm going to go picking some tomatoes now. Oh, there's another one there. Look at that. Should have brought a knife or something with me. Try and do this one-handed. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed the garden tour, including our veg patch this time, which isn't as big as what I would like, but I can only spread myself so thin. And we will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.